Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to the Mary D Talk Show. If you've never been here before, welcome. If you're one of the Mary D family, welcome because they've been here and I can tell you there are people that come every week, every Monday, 1 o'clock, 1 to 2. I can't thank you guys enough because you are troopers. You've been here. You made me laugh. You made to the point I was really almost in tears from the comments that you've made, how you have supported the show. I want to thank you. Now that means even if you're live or if you're on the replay, some of you may watch it on the replay. I get replay viewers all the time, and thank you, replay viewers. Thank you for coming on. For those of you, if you haven't already, you can subscribe to the show by going to the YouTube, and then and type in the Mary D Talk Show and subscribe. When you subscribe, every time I go live, you'll be notified. Hello, hello, MJ. Hi, MJ. Welcome to the show. Welcome. So I wanted to first thank our supporters, those of you that support the show, and that is the Idea Club. Many of you know the Idea Club has been one of the very first supporters of the show, and I want to thank them. But before I do, I want to thank my husband, our executive producer for the show. His name is Oliver Welch. Hi, babe. Those of you know he comes on at Christmas time, and he says hi to everybody. I say that because you don't really see him, but he's there. You'll see the comment. If you see near the end of the show, he'll make a comment to everybody, but he's in the background. I promise you that. So just know it may look like it's just me, but it's definitely a team effort. There's a team that you guys can't see, but they're behind me. I promise you that. And really, if you think about it, anytime people when they do anything, they have a team. They do. They have other people that are behind the scenes that are lifting them up and wanting them to succeed. Hi, Nanette. Nanette says, "Afternoon, married." Hi, Nanette. I tell you, last week was just interesting. Nanette, you were on it last week. I can tell you. I know this week we're going to talk about something different. Um, and I'll go into what that is. Let me go on and thank our sponsors for the show. If you, those of you would like to write a book, you can go to Front Page Publishing. If you're interested, you know that we own a publishing company called Front Page Publishing. You can write and publish your book. I'm going to open up the writing section, and that's called First Book Academy. That's going to be open in a few weeks. So if you're interested in writing a book, let's say you've been thinking about it. I have people, to be honest with you, they've been thinking about their whole lives. Think about this, their whole lives, and they just never wrote the book for whatever the reason. I can't tell you the reason, but I will tell you this. You can write a book. I have one of our nieces, she wrote a poem. It is beautiful. And it's going to and we're turning it into a book. Think about this, a poem. But the young lady that did the poem on the inauguration, that's a book now. That is a they took the poem and divided it up and made an entire book out of it. So that's what we're going to do with our nieces poem. I'm going to make it to a book. So I'm saying that to you because you can do it too, ladies and gentlemen. Um, my newest children's book that's coming out this week is called When I Was on the Moon. Some of you have been seeing it on the emails. I've had people say, when are you publishing that book? So it's got to be published this week. In fact, after the show, we're uploading it. We're uploading it after the show. So just know, When I Was on the Moon, it's oh, I think about it. I could show you guys the cover of it. Maybe I'll show it to you before the show. Yes, I'll show you the cover of it. But it's real. Let me tell you that. And When I Was on the Moon, as you know, I love all the books. I've always have people ask, well, which one do you like the best? And I always say all of them. That's what I don't want any book to feel any less than any other book. They are all special. They really are. So, but that book is coming out soon. Um, so I just wanted to go over those with you because it's really important that we support. We have to support because it makes a difference. Now I want to tell you what we're going to talk about today. I'm excited. It's called Master What Matters. Now, let me say this. I did not write this book. This is by John C. Maxwell. And those of you who know who John C. Maxwell is, you know, he is very well known in the literary world. I have read John C. Maxwell for years and years. But this book, It's called Maxwell Moments. It is, I'll show it to you. Just so if you're interested in getting your own copy, this is it. So um, we're gonna talk about 12 value choices to help you win in life. That's what it's called. The other one I'm going to share with you, not today though, is another one called the Four Agreements. Now, what I found is the 12 that we're going to go over today are incorporated in the Four Agreements. I know it's hard to believe, but I really like books like this because it's not a short, it's not a really long book, but it's like this. It has a lot of just quotes and things like that. You can actually read this book probably in about an hour, if that long. To be honest, if that long, it may not even be an hour long. But we're going to start with the different quotes and everything. And I also want to thank you, all of you that sent happy birthday. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Whether it be Facebook, whether it be email, whether it's text message. For those of you that didn't know, my birthday was Saturday, June 22nd. And I always tell people, I've been telling people how old I am. Let's say that on my next birthday, I'll be 70. So 69. Yay! I told a friend that didn't know how old I was. And I told her and she screamed. I said, what's the matter? She goes, I did not know you were 69. I didn't know. It was like a shock to her to hear that. But I said, you know why? You have a certain expectation of what 69 is. That's really what it is. That's all it is. And she goes, I think you're right. Hi, Waivani. Waivani says, hi, Mary. It's Waivani checking in. Did you get the text I sent you, Waivani? I sent you a text a few minutes ago. I did. So we're going to start. I wanted to, like I said, if you haven't already subscribed, please go to YouTube and subscribe. If you're some of you may be on Facebook. I think you can subscribe on Facebook too, Facebook or LinkedIn, those two. I'm also on the X. Hi, Antonio. Hi, Antonio. There we go. Hi, Antonio. Hi, Lori. But I want to definitely give you the opportunity because, as I said before, just to keep you encouraged, they however they do all these things, and I don't know what they're doing behind the scenes, but I know this: the more people that subscribe, the more people they show the show to. So I didn't look at my numbers before I came on, so I don't know what they are. But I do know that someone else told me that. They said the more subscribers you have, the more the system is going to show your show to more people. So that's why I always ask you to go in and subscribe. Okay, those who just came on, the book again is Master What Matters. This is the book. And it's a relatively small book. It really is. It's not a big book. And very easy to read. Let me tell you that. More quotes than anything. And I don't know about you, but I like quotes. I do. I think quotes are very, it gives me something to grab hold to. So I think that's why I like them. Now, let me put the first slide up. Any questions before we get going? Oh, thank you. Oh, Antonio. Antonio said he loves my hair. Thank you, Antonio. Notice it changes almost weekly, huh? Every week I do something different. So thank you for that. This was for the events. We were in a wedding Saturday, and I just left it up for the show. I thought it'll work. But thank you for that. Okay, we're going to go into today's. Any questions before we talk about today? Next week, I think we're going to talk about, we're going to finish, what the goal is to finish this week, but I'll tell you about what we're going to talk about next week. But anyway, so the title of it is Master What Matters. That's what we're going to, whoops, hold on. Let me add to, there we go. Okay. And here we go with Master What Matters. And if you like to take notes, you can. And sorry about the master got cut off. But anyway, this is the first slide. Focus on today. True growth and fulfillment come from being fully present and mindful in the moment. Stay focused on the tasks and relationships of today and make the most of each day's opportunities. Now, I must admit, I probably don't do that like I probably should because my mind jumps all over the place. But let me also give you a little bit more on Focus on Today because these are the ones from the book. So I'll give those to you. And he says in the book, today is the only time you have. It's too late for yesterday and you can't depend on tomorrow. You know this. Most people do, but they don't live that way. Their focus is behind them or ahead of them. Neither is helpful. Today is where we need to focus. Today matters. Today is most important, and most of the time we miss that. And this is another, and he asks, how do you change your mindset? And then other question, this is another a quote. One today is worth two tomorrows. What I am to be, I am now becoming. And that's a quote by Benjamin Franklin. And this is one by um, John Wooden. Yeah, he was they call him the Wizard of Westwood. That's what he was called. He was a coach at UCLA. Was it UCLA or the Lakers? I think Wooden was UCLA. I'm pretty sure. But anyway, he has all kinds of philosophy. He has books also by John Wooden, but this is one of his quotes that's in the book. When I was teaching basketball, I urged my players to try their hardest to improve on that very day, to make practice a masterpiece. Too often, we get distracted by what is outside our control. You can't do anything about yesterday. The door to the past has been shut and the key thrown away. You can do nothing about tomorrow. It is yet to come. However, tomorrow is a large part determined by what you do today. So make today a masterpiece. This rule is even more important in life than in basketball. Think about that. And that's by John Wooden. I'm pretty sure UCLA. Yep, because they call him the Wizard of Westwood, so it must be UCLA. That's what they. Uh... Now, he also says, this is from John C. Maxwell. He says, don't over exaggerate yesterday. Our past successes and failures often look bigger to us in hindsight than they really were. Yesterday ended last night. No matter how badly you might have failed in the past, it's done. No matter what goals you may have accomplished or awards you may have received, they have little impact on what you do today. Today is a new day. So that was something I know I really struggle with that sometimes. I'll be honest. I do the things he's saying don't do. I know I do. I worry about the past that I have no control over. Then I worry about the future, which I have no control over that either. So I definitely am taking these comments to heart. Hi, Elaine. Elaine says, "Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Uh, happy and blessed belated birthday, my friend. I was in the planning meeting all day Saturday. Okay, so never looked at Facebook. That's okay. Sorry, I missed your special day. Oh, that's okay, born day. But my love and prayers are always. Oh, thank you, Elaine. I wanted to go to the group meeting today, and I couldn't get there. But I will try and make it definitely next week. Nanette, you said it is. Thank you, Nanette. That's why I had to catch myself. I said Wizard of Westwood. It has to be UCLA. So thank you. You're right. It is UCLA. Thank you, Elaine. They both say UCLA. Yep. Wizard of Westwood, UCLA. Thank you, ladies. So, but that was one of his quotes. If you ever go to UCLA and you go in their what is that building? It's where they have all kinds of workout equipment, and everything. It's like I guess you could say it's a gym, but it has his quotes in there, tons of his quotes. So his life really truly does live on there. I can tell you that for a fact. If you ever get a chance to go to UCLA, you want to go there. You'll see that. So the Wizard of Westwood, that's what they called him. Okay, next. See the glass as half full. Why would you need to see the glass as half full? Anybody know? I'm just guessing. Why do we need to see the glass as half full? This glass is showing us really almost like all full, but it really tells you it's our mindset. It's our mindset. This really, when you see a glass, if you say the glass, when a glass, oh, guess what? Just so happens I happen to have right here a glass of wine. It almost looks like that one. Do you see this glass as half full, as or half empty? And I didn't do this on purpose, by the way. I was just drinking this water. I was drinking one. I was at my doctor's office a couple of days ago, and he said I need to be drinking one of these every 2 hours, one glass every 2 hours. He said you just need more water, and how important water is for our bodies and our systems, and there's so many things water so many good things water does, it can do for our systems. And many of you already know over 70% of our bodies is water. Think about that. Water. That's hard to believe, but it's true. So when you see it, do you see this half empty or half full? This is it almost half. I said, yeah, half. Do you see it at half? It is half empty, it's half full. And what it really talks about is our mindset. So now that I have a glass of wine, I can drink half. So I'm definitely trying every 2 hours, finish one whole glass. Okay, maintaining an optimistic mindset is key to personal growth. Maintaining an optimistic mindset is key to personal growth and fulfillment. Rather than dwelling on what's missing, focus on the positive aspects of any situation. See challenges as opportunities and approach life's ups and downs with a spirit of resilience and gratitude. So, what it's really saying to me is be thankful. Be thankful. And sometimes, I guess everything I'm saying to you, I'm thinking it applies to me. Don't think it doesn't, because it does. Because how many times do we talk about, I wish I had this, or I wish I had that, and we think having this thing or whatever it is life is going to be a smooth sailing from that point on. I wish is there anybody here who can sit here and say, oh, once I got that, whatever that thing is, life was smooth sailing? Because I can speak for myself. It didn't happen for me. It doesn't matter. I think every single day is the day that it's not about being smooth sailing. It's about having a good life. And really, I think a lot of it is your attitude. What is your attitude? Are you a grumpy person? Do people want to be around you? Do people stay away from you? Where was I? I'm trying to remember where I was. And somebody said, don't go around them. They actually said the words. They're grumpy. They said that word. I was shocked, but they said it. They said, that's a grumpy person. You don't want to go around them. And is it Willina? Tell me I wish you could tell me how to pronounce your name. Willia. Maintaining is an indication that it takes work. It is a process. It is. I know I said your name wrong, but please correct me on that. Is it Willia? I don't want to say your name wrong. But it is, and what it is how do we perceive it? Think about it. We can perceive things as the same glass of water for some people is half empty, and for other people it's half full. Think the same water, the water hasn't changed. How do you perceive life? Do you perceive it as good, or do you perceive it as bad? I think our thoughts have power. In fact, I'm positive of it. Our thoughts have power. If you think good thoughts, I'm not saying, I don't want to sound like if you think good thoughts, everything's going good and it's all positive and woo. No, I'm not even trying to say that. But I do think you can think good things and it makes life better instead of thinking terrible things and wonder why they don't turn out. I don't have the answers to a lot of this, but I just know what I think about it. And I think we need to, and when I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me. Don't think I'm not. I'm talking to me too. Because I have to catch myself of thinking negative or saying negative. And what the saying is, you get more of whatever you say. Think about what I'm saying. You get more of whatever you say, not less. So if you're saying negative things, and you're expecting something positive to happen, that's not how it works. You're speaking it into existence. You're speaking negativity into existence. So the goal is change it, change that talk that we do, and we all do it, and try to be positive. And I don't want to sound like everything is all, that everything is positive, because it's not. But that which we can, why don't we work on that? That's what I'm really trying to say. Everything is not positive. Everything is not quote unquote hunky dory. No, it isn't. But still, we want to keep a positive mindset. That's the goal. No matter what, just keep a positive mindset. I think it matters. I truly think it matters. Okay, let me read something before we go on to see the glass half full. And that is, okay, that's still focus on the day. Oh, I didn't even finish the reading the life builder. So I have to come back. I was supposed to read something to you, but I'll come back. No one has a perfect life. This is under see the glass half full. Think about that. Do you think sometimes people have perfect lives? I do. I think, wow, what must it be like to live like that? And then the truth is, something comes out and it's like, their life wasn't perfect neither. What does it say? No one. It didn't say some people have a perfect life and some people don't. No one has a perfect life. No person's life is a full glass. No person's life is an empty glass. Think about it. Every day of your life, the glass has something positive in it. And when you look at the glass of your life, what do you see? Seeing the glass as half full increases your possibilities. Pessimists usually get what they expect, but so do optimists. Think about that. Listen, I'm going to say that again. A pessimist usually get what they expect. So what do they expect? Negativity, something bad to happen. All these things. And what does it say? They get it. But so do optimists. Wow. I think that is just phenomenal. That optimists get the same thing as pessimists. Believing in yourself increases your chances of success. Increases them. It didn't say it guarantees it. It didn't say that. It says increases it. Looking for the positive in every situation helps you see opportunities you would otherwise miss. Looking for the positive in every situation helps you see opportunities you would otherwise miss. Wow. I think that's really strong. Being positive with people prompts them to be positive with you. And individuals who interact well with others have a leg up on people who don't. I can't think of one legitimate criticism of being positive. It's all good. Next, get ahead of the game. No, I'm sorry, just to say, we're still on seeing the glass half full. Get ahead of the game. In today's competitive culture, everybody is looking for an edge. Possessing a positive attitude is like having a secret weapon. I like that part, a secret weapon. Okay. There are things in your life that you cannot choose. Your parents, where you were born, your height, your race, and your natural talents. But you can always choose your outlook. If you want to have better days, if you want to have a better day, a better year, a better life, then you need to see the world positively. Wow. Think about what this is saying. Right? And what this is really saying is your outlook. And what it's really, they're not promising you anything, but they're saying people that have a positive attitude, they see the world positively. Wow. Okay, this is another quote by John Wooden. He says, things turn out best for people who make the best of the way things turn out. This is one by Thomas Jefferson. Nothing can stop the man with the right mental attitude from achieving his goal. I'm going to say man or woman with the right mental attitude can achieving his goal. Nothing on earth can keep the man or woman with the wrong mental attitude. Nothing on earth can help the man or the woman with the wrong mental attitude. So what are they saying? It's all up here. That gray matter. Nothing can help a negative attitude any more than nothing can can deter a positive mental attitude, and nothing can help a negative attitude. Okay. Next we have, okay. I didn't know if I wanted to say it right. I didn't know if I was saying it right or not. Oh, I'm sorry. I done missed. I'm sorry, people. I've been way down here. Here we go. This is Mary Welch. This must be my sister-in-law, Mary Welch. See, isn't that we have the same name? I'm Mary D. Welch. She's Mary J. Welch. She said, "Hi, Mary. It took me a minute to get on, but I'm happy and happy to see you and wish you a happy birthday as well. Hi, Mary. Love always." After Mary Welch, sister-in-law. I know. That's why I said this is Mary J. Welch. You can welcome to the Mary D. Show. She's been trying to make the show, ladies and gentlemen, and hasn't been able to make it because of work schedule and family. And she made. Hi, Mary. So I'm glad you made it. And this is Willa. She said, "Have full perspective is everything. Choose to see the positive side of things." Now I agree with you, Will. I'm gonna tell you though. This is what I think. I've had to catch myself. I'm going to tell you the truth. I've had to catch myself when I was thinking negative about situations. And I had to go, it was like, and I was wallowing in it. I don't know if anybody's felt these things before, but I have, where I had to talk to them as well. In the Bible, what does it say? Those of you that know the word, David encouraged himself. I've had to encourage myself, ladies and gentlemen. Many times I've had to just encourage myself. There was nobody there encouraging me. I had to do it. There was no like saying, whether it be my husband, my kids, I was wallowing in self-pity, woe is me stuff. And sometimes this is what I think. Sometimes we get in that place, like it or not, we like it. That's what I think it is. I'm going to speak for me. I was in that woe is me stuff. It did no good. It just made me woe is me more. But at the same time, feeling sorry for yourself can be its own energy. Crazy stuff. And it's very stifling, is what I found. This is what I'll say for me. You don't move forward feeling sorry for yourself. All you do is sit there. You don't go anywhere. You don't go forward. You really don't even go backward. I guess wallowing is where you are. And I don't know why, but I've done it. So I know what it is, but I have done it. I try not to make it a habit. That's for sure. Because now I really stop and try to pay it, try to grab those emotions or see what I'm doing. I didn't always do that. There was a time I would just be like, oh my God, woe is me, all that kind of stuff. And for what good it did, I don't know. None I could think of. But maybe we just want people to feel sorry for us. I don't know. I'm going to speak for me. I don't know. So now I truly, truly work on that positive. I'm not going to sound like it's easy, but I like that positive. And this is what I'm noticing too. I'm noticing more good things are happening from the positive energy than it did from the negative, all that negative energy stuff. That don't take you nowhere. So all that, it's like, okay, I need to change the way I think, because that's the only thing that you think about. I can only change the way I think. No matter what I think, I can never change the way someone else thinks. That's they have every right to think any way they want to think. But the point is, I don't have to get in that down and I call it in the gutters place. That's what I call it. I don't have to do that. They can do it all day long. I don't have to be there with them. That's what I learned. But no, you have to protect your own sanity is what, you have to come to. And Kim says, hi, Kim. Hello, Kim. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already subscribed to the show, please go to YouTube, like and subscribe. It really is appreciated. If you have comments, that's fine also. But if you would do it, tell your friends and family to do it. It really is appreciated. So thank you. And this is, Elaine says, glass half full. You still see potential. Come on, Elaine. The possibilities that can fill the rest of that glass. You sure are. That's for sure. Elaine, those of you don't know who Elaine is, and I keep saying Elaine's going to come on the show. This is the queen of scholarships. The queen. Give her crown. She's the queen. If your child is looking for money to go to college, you need to talk to Elaine. Elaine, Bradley's daughter is going to college next year. Nasea graduates next year, and she's going to need money for college. I'm going to be talking to you. And so is Bradley and the parents. They're going to be talking to you. So, yeah, that's another. We have another. She has a 3.7 grade point average. But she lives in Florida, Elaine. I'm telling you now, just so we can get ready for her. But she's already, I think she wants to go to Spelman. So, okay. The commercial is over, ladies. So this is Willa Thomas says, maintaining is an indication that it takes work. It's a process. Thank you. And it's not an overnight one. I think, ladies and gentlemen, every single day, think about this. I'm going to speak to you every single day. I'm not kidding you. I have to read or listen to something positive. And I'm not kidding. I'm saying every single day I read something positive, or I listen to something positive, or I just every day. So it's not something I do once in a while. I can't turn the camera and show you guys my office. And it says, one of my signs at the office says, good morning, gorgeous. The other one says, let your faith be bigger than your fear. The other one says, make your dreams happen. I have to look and see it. The other one is never stop dreaming. And another one said, it is well with my soul. The other one, everything is figure outable. I just love that. Everything is figure outable. Another one, live simply, dream big, be grateful, and give love and laugh lots. Another one is, and many of you have heard this one, live simply, love generously, care deeply, speak kindly, and leave the rest to God. Now, these are every single day. I'm not just saying once in a while. Every single day I read these. The one I read more than anything else is, if you can be anything, be kind. That one touches my soul, I think. The other one is live without limits. All of the ones you just heard me read are in my office every single day, because I need to be reminded daily, not just once in a while. Ladies, I need every single day. I have to be reminded. I'm not, that I don't need. I need help, just every day. It's not like I can sit back and say, okay, I got it together now. That's it. No, because you can best believe something's going to come against you, and you can easily fall into that negativity place. That I call it a hole, and I don't want to get in that hole. I want to live life to its fullest. When the day comes that I no longer am on this earth, I want to know that I did and as much as I could do at that time that I had. Wherever, because as you get older, we start thinking more and more about not being here. That's a reality. And so my goal is to think positively and how I can, as they say, make your mark, I guess you could say. If there's anyone I've helped through these broadcasts, through the books, through speaking engagements, then to me, then that's what I was here for. My family, my friends, all of it matters to me. All of you matter. You taking the time to come to this show matters. It matters because there's other things you could be doing. I'm not the only thing on your agenda, I'm sure. But you have said, you know what? I'm going to take time to listen to what Mary has to say today. So I want to take the time to bring you my best when you're here. And Willa, you said, Oh, it sounds like Willa without the second. Okay, thank you. I wasn't sure. That's what I was sure. Thank you, Willa. I didn't want to say your name wrong. For those of you that don't know, I'm a retired teacher. The one thing I learned about our names, we love them because that name is who you are. And the one thing many of you don't already know, I always try to get your names correct. I really work at that because I don't want to say your name wrong. And did I skip over you, Oliver? Did you say something? I skipped you. I thought I saw you. Did I miss you? Did I miss Oliver? Said, oh, there you go. I missed you. I think I did. Okay, Oliver, this is our executive producer, ladies and gentlemen. He says, hi, devoted audience. Thank you for joining the show and giving your input. So even though you don't see him, you kind of see him. So he's in the background. So I definitely wanted to share that with you. Okay. Thank you, Oliver. And MJ says, what's the difference between wishing for and making goals? I could tell you one of them, writing them down. What you just said, wishing for, usually that's up here. And when you're making a goal, you write it down. That's what I've noticed. And I haven't done that this year. I'm going to do it. I haven't done it this year. But your vision boards are truly, truly phenomenal. I don't even know that we understand the power of vision boards. Vision boards are powerful, ladies and gentlemen, because you're telling your mind what you want. I spoke to a lady about a week or so ago, and she had a vision board, and everything on the vision board, and even the kind of dog she wanted, came to pass, believe it or not. So that would be the first part of your question. The second, you get confused with this and all the time between they are family. Always tell us to pray for what you want and aim for the stars. I can agree with that, but at the same time, this is what I have found. I think sometimes we act like God is a genie. That's what I think. I think we want to do whatever we want to do with life, and then we want to go to God and have God bless us for whatever we've done. And sometimes God's like, no. But I will say this, even if you did everything perfect and everything, there's no guarantees of anything. Think about that. None. I don't have a guarantee of anything. I don't think anybody does. We don't even know if we go to bed tonight, we're going to wake up tomorrow. There's no guarantee of that. Well, one thing we know, somebody is not going to wake up tomorrow. We just don't know if that somebody is us. That's about all we know. So I think that's why it's so important to do what you can do today. Because that's the only time you really have is today. That's really it. So what can you do today? And I know I'm looking at the time. I haven't even got halfway through this. Okay, I'm sorry, MJ. And you also said, I'm sorry, what did you say? Let me put you said, okay, that's what you said about praying about it. I'm not saying not to pray, because I pray every single day. A lot of times I'm just thankful to be here, to be honest with you. The one thing I think people forget too, we forget to thank God for what he's already done. And then I said he, but I meant, I don't want to say he or she, because I believe God is a spirit, and that would mean unnecessary he or she. So I would say this, before you ask for anything, are you thankful for what you already have? That's the key. I really do believe that is the key. How thankful you are for what you already have. So and you know, I learned that from my mother, though. She's the one that told me that. She said, before you ask for anything, thank God for what you already have and for what he's already done. You are still here. You're not pushing up daisies. Let's go with that. If you don't have to ask for it, just be thankful. You're alive. You're alive. Just be thankful for that. So I want to make sure I share that with you. And like I said before, my mother was a minister, so she made sure she shared that with me. And Willa, you said you wallow. Didn't I tell you I did? Well, Willa, I don't know why we do that. I don't know, but I try not to do it anymore. Once I recognize that's what I was doing, now I try not to do that. My wallowing lasted for a year. That's when I lost my youngest brother and my mother. Within 90 days of one another, they passed away. I wasn't no good to nobody. I was grieving them so much. I couldn't get out of it. I didn't even know how to get myself out of it. But you said, I only allow myself a cutoff time. Okay, you get 30 minutes, but after that, you have to get up. It allows you to feel human and put a limit on it. Like you said, no one is. I used to do that too. I don't really know what I do now, but I used to say, okay, you can feel sad for an hour. You know why we do that, Willa? We want that feeling. We do want that feeling, but we don't want to stay there forever. So that's why we give ourselves time to have the feeling, feel the feeling, go with that, and then you have to come out of it. And you said positive all the time. It's an unrealistic expectation. That's true. I agree. That's why I said I give myself time. I haven't done that in a while. That I said, okay, you got 1 hour. And I would set the alarm on my phone, everything. You got 1 hour to feel like this. After that hour, you're going to get up and get to going. You know what I noticed I did the last time I did that? I only did it for 5 minutes. I said, what are you wasting 1 hour of your life for? You better get on up and get going. But see, look how the growth had changed. I didn't have to stay for an hour anymore. But before that, I probably could have stayed. Like I said, it took me a year of grieving my mother, my brother, and my mother. A year. Now look at me. And now I just set that and say, okay, you got 1 hour compared to 1 year. Look at the difference. But at the same time, I agree. You're going to have to let these emotions out. I do agree with you 100% on that. You can't keep them in all the time. And you can't be happy all the time. I think that's unrealistic. And Mary, you said you found out that retirement was going to be great until I saw my retirement. Until you saw the retirement check. Is that what it was? This is what I learned from retirement, because I didn't know what my retirement was going to be either. This is what I learned from it. Whatever the check is, this is what I have learned. You will learn to live with it. That's the one thing I've learned. It didn't matter what the check was. You will learn to live with it. Let me tell you that now. But I'm laughing because I felt the same way. I think mine was just cut in half. And I was like, oh my God, you think you can't live on it. But the truth is you can. And what it occurred to me, I could have been living on that amount a long time ago. Think about that. What if you had to live on half of your check? You had to. You had no choice. You know what you would do? You would learn how to do it. It's hard to believe it, but it's true. We live on what we have. I remember saying that one day. I said, they gave us a raise, 10% on our job. And I was like, oh, what I did, I never let my check see the raise, because what I did was divide our salary. Our salary used to be paid over 10 months. So what I did when they gave us the raise, I divided my salary into 12 months. So I never really saw the raise, but I was okay with that because now I get paid for 12 months. But I thought about that. I said, don't even look at it. Don't even see what that is. Just divide your check into 12 equal checks. And that's what I did. So I was essentially, even though I did get a raise, I did not see the raise in the check. So I would just say, that's just how it goes. But that's too funny, Mary. I know about them checks. And then we have Ruby. Ruby says, Ruby Figueroa. Hi, Ruby Figueroa. I think you're new, Ruby, so welcome. You said, I try and always listen to something positive. Tell me about it, Ruby. Every day, I always encourage myself every day to be grateful and wake up. And now you're 84. Come on with it, Ruby. I love it. Love it. I want to grow up and be like you. I tell you, I don't think we know just how that energy that we exude is real. Positive and negative is real. Don't ever think it isn't. And you know how I know it is? When somebody, if they cut you off and they give you the finger. Now, they haven't touched you. They haven't put their hands on you. But isn't it just an ugly feeling when people do stuff like it is for me? I'm going to speak for me. It is for me. I just go, oh my God. I didn't pull a gun out at you. I mean, that's what I'm thinking sometimes, that it wasn't that serious. Anyway, Susan said, this show is so fun. Thank you, Susan, and positive. I have always enjoyed your guests and the interviews, and you do. Keep up the good work, Mary. Oh, thank you, Suzanne. That's so sweet of you. Come back, tell your friends. Okay. So thank you, Suzanne. If we had, oh, are we at the last? Oh, no, we're not. Antonio. Hi, Antonio. Hi, Mary. Here's a quote for the day. An arrow can only be shot by pulling it backwards. When life is dragging you back with difficulties, it means you're going to launch you into something great. Wow. Thank you, Antonio. Thank you. And Nanette, you said, I am too practical and realistic. Are you, Nanette? I don't know. I look at the glass of water and mentally see in measurements. Nanette, I never look at it like that. That is so funny. You said measurements as in measure cups. Contentment is my happy place from which joy can grow. Nanette, that is too funny. And I'm going to do a roll call, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go all the way back up. You guys are too funny. So, hi, MJ, Nanette, Wivani, Antonio. As I go down, Elaine, there's Annette, Elaine, Mary, Willa, Elaine, going down, Oliver, MJ, Willa, my sister-in-law, Mary, Ruby, Susan, and Antonio. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to go on to the next one. And the next, you guys are too funny to me. View everyone as a potential friend. Now, some of you may say, no, everybody's not your friend. I know, I believe me, I know. Everybody isn't. I agree with that. It says, when you understand people and care about them, you're less likely to take their shortcomings personally, and you lay the groundwork for better relationships. Think about that. Okay, now, think back to the most important experiences of your life. The highs, the greatest highs and the greatest victories, the most daunting obstacles overcome. How many of them happen to you alone? I bet there are few. When you understand that being connected to others is one of life's greatest joys, then you realize that the best of life comes when you initiate and invest in good friendships. That's the best way to develop relationships with others. Start off by seeing everyone as a potential friend. And then it says, be a friend. Now, some of you may say, well, I know how to be a friend. Let's see. And some of you may say you may not. Okay. There's an old saying in sales, all things being equal, the likable person wins. But all things not being equal, the likable person still wins. There is no substitute for relational skill when it comes to getting ahead in any aspect of life. People who alienate others have a hard time. When people don't like you, they'll try to hurt you. Wow. If they can't hurt you, they won't help you. If they have to help you, they won't hope you succeed. And when they hope you don't succeed, life's victories feel hollow. So, have a heart for people. And here's a quote by David Clifton. Relationships help us to define who we are and what we can become. Most of us can trace our successes to pivotal relationships. That's good. Ladies and gentlemen, so we're going to see what this says. And it is, view everyone as a potential friend. Approach each new person you meet with an open mind and genuine curiosity. Look for common interests and shared experiences that can form the foundation of a rewarding friendship. By assuming the best in others, you open yourself up to meaningful connections and a richer, more fulfilling social life. So view everyone as a potential friend. And some of you may say, well, no, I don't like everybody. I don't think we're ever going to like everybody. I don't think that's what they mean, but it's just being kind and nice to everyone. I think that's more like that. Do what you say you'll do. Now, you know what that really means is keeping your word. This is what I have found. When you don't keep your word with people, If you can't keep your word with people, you let them know. You don't assume they know. I don't know if anybody understands that. Um, I'm gonna speak for me. At one time I had to keep my word, and I had to go back and say I couldn't do something. And I remember that it upset the people I had to say that to. Even though I said it in plenty of time, it was the fact that I said it. I said, well, I'm sorry, but I thought I could do it, but I'm not going to be able to do that. They still didn't like hearing it because initially I said I would do it. It really taught me a lesson too. Truthfully, I don't think I've ever said anything since then because it bothered me so much that I couldn't keep my word. So that is really a big deal. Your word, as they say, your word is your bond. And here's a quote by Arthur Gordon. I don't know who Arthur Gordon is, but it says, nothing is easier than saying words. Nothing is harder than living them day after day. What you promise today must be renewed and redecided tomorrow and each day that stretches out before you. So if you promise something, this is what like I said, I had to go back and say, I'm sorry, I can't do that. I didn't, and I've learned from that. Now that's probably why I ended up writing that book too, saying no nicely. I'm sure it has something to do with that. Had I just said no from the beginning, remember in the book I shared with you guys, it's once you say no, it's always, you can go back and say yes. But once you say yes, it's very hard to go back and say no. It really is. I've lived it. So I've learned the best thing I could do is just say no. That's what I've learned. That's the one thing I haven't learned nothing else. I just had to just recently, someone asked me a question. I said, no, I didn't even hesitate. Because I knew I've learned. It's taken me all this experience to learn to say no. Oh, we only have a few minutes left. Hold on. Nanette said, potential. What'd you say, Nanette? Potential is the operative word. I do like people so much. I do like people, so most are capable of being my friend. Okay. And there are moments when you must live in grace and apologies when things happen. Thank you, Nanette. That's the truth. Like I said, I still think about this. I still think about that situation where I had to go back and I had to go to the person and say, and I went to them. I didn't write a letter or none of that. I went to them personally and said, I'm not going to be able to do that. I don't think they've ever forgiven me for that. I think they're still holding on to it. The only thing is, there's nothing I can do about it now. It's just keep going. I did what I thought was right, and I just keep going. So what it really shows me too, you don't always get it right. And that's not in here, but I'm going to say that nobody gets it right all the time. I'm sure I wish I did, but I don't. I try to, as they say, put my best foot forward, but I don't always get it right. Okay, the next one. Let me go. At least try to get 5 of them. Put important ahead of urgent. Prioritize importance over urgency. Now, let me tell you why this one was one I was questioning. And what I think what has happened with this one is, okay, Nanette's, okay, that's what I want to make sure I put that comment up. That your time is priceless. Sometimes we put other people over ourselves. I don't know if you guys have ever done that. I know I have. So how do you prioritize your urgency or your importance over urgency? And sometimes what someone else's urgency may not be your urgency. It's hard. Let me tell you that, because sometimes you may go on and do things and you're like, why did I do that when I could have been doing something for myself? It's not easy. I'm not trying to say any of this is easy, because it isn't. And there is no right or wrong answer. It's whatever works for you in your life. Pretty much that's it. So this says, besides the noble art of getting things done, there is the noble art of leaving things undone. The wisdom of life consists of the elimination of non-essentials. And the other one, the reason most goals are not achieved is that we spend our time doing second things first, instead of, I guess, first things first. That's what they're trying to say. So all other tasks are unimportant, and you should work your way out of doing them. So here is, ask yourself these 3 questions. What is required of you? What gives you the greatest return? What gives you the greatest reward? And we are down to like 6 minutes. And we make sure I want to at least get through 6 of these, and then I can do 6 more maybe next Monday. But I want to get through these 6. Okay. And the next one is give your family your best. You know, we tend to give our family. I know you guys. Well, I'm not saying everybody does it. Let me just say there's never somebody said that to me. It's like, you always, they said the terms always, and I had to correct them. I said, you can't say I always do anything, because how do you know I always do? I said, don't make blanket statements like that. But I forget what it was it was in terms of something. I don't even remember what it was, but I remember that always. So I would encourage you. Sometimes I think we give our family the leftovers. That's what I think. I think we think our family is automatically going to get it or but we don't always give them the best of us. We give them what's left of us. Woo, I didn't mean to rhyme like that, but that's what I think. And I think we give strangers our best. Doesn't that make sense? It makes no sense if you really think about it. They don't even live under the same roof with you, but you give the person on the street treat them better than you do your own family. You have to think about that. Are we nicer to people we don't know than people that we live with? Or are we, is that, I've seen it enough time to know, yes, that's the truth. People are nicer to people they don't even live with. I've heard husbands talk bad to their wife and turn around and talk nice to a waitress. I've seen it. So I know I'm telling the truth. So I've seen enough of people mistreating the people they live with and treating somebody they don't even know kinder. I don't know what that's about, but I've seen it enough to know it's real. So maybe for you it doesn't apply, but I know I've seen it enough to know it does apply to somebody. Why is it the family is getting the leftovers and not the bestovers? I don't know. Just something to think about. So let me give you the title of the book if you want to get a copy for yourself. And that's Master What Matters. There you go. I don't know if you guys can see that. Da-da-da-da. As I'm going to go over some more. Here we go. There. You can see that. There. Okay. I'm going to make sure I share that with you. Also, I want to share with the Mary D family. We're going to be, many of you know, I'm going to go back. We'll finish the next 6 next week. Working on a couple of, many of you know, I'm also a screenwriter. I've written a few feature movies. Well, I shouldn't say, let me tell you, I've written 4 treatments. If you don't know what a treatment is, I'll explain that to you. It is really like a big essay for it could be up to, let's say, 8 to 10 pages. So I've written 4 of those for 4 different feature movies. In addition, I've written the script for a treatment and the script for another movie. The reason I'm sharing that with you is because now I'm also working on a documentary. So I will let you know more about it probably next Monday. I'm actually meeting with the people that I'm working on a documentary with, but I will be coming to you because on the documentary we do need donations because the documentary will be filmed. Half of it's filmed here in the United States. The other half will be filmed in Africa, and we'll be taking a film crew to Africa to shoot that half. So we will need donations. If you like to donate, your name will be included at the bottom of at the end of the credits. Your name will be on the credits of that documentary. So if you're interested, you can send me an email. And those of you that don't know my email, let me put it up for you. It's Mary, Mary, at ampersand marydwelch.com. And let me put it up here. Here we go. There it is. You can send me an email if you're interested, Mary at marydwelch.com. You'll be able to make a donation. I will give you the link to where you can make the donation. It will be, you'll be giving a donation to a nonprofit for us to do this. And this is, I'm really excited about a documentary, and it's involving babies. Don't we just love the little babies? I just think they the cutest things. Um, but anyway, and it's going to be, as I said before, filmed here. We'll start filming in next couple of months. I think we start filming first September 1st. But for those of you not familiar with filming, that's a process in itself. Organizing it, getting scenes together, just it's a process. It's not an overnight thing. In fact, we're already working on it right now. So I should tell you, it takes months of preparation in order to do this. But we're really excited about it. And the goal is to enter it in film festivals and things like that after we finish. So just so you know, yes. But I like to keep you guys in the loop of what's going on and what's happening. And I just ran out of time. So I love each and every one of you. Let me give you my number if you want to speak to me. It's area code 619-669-8603. I'm going to do this really quickly. Oh, here it is. I'm sorry. There you go. You can call me there. You can call. That's the office number. And probably if I'm not there available, one of my assistants, you can leave a message. God bless each and every one of you. I will be back next Monday, and we'll finish Master What Matters. God bless you. Bye-bye.